Good morning. My name's Dalene Allen, Executive Director of BNI Nova Scotia. What's BNI? Business Network International. And we're thrilled to introduce you to Randy Desjardins of Bounty Print. Good morning.
Good morning, Dalene. Thank you very much for having me.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. So Bounty Print has been around for quite a while, hasn't it, Randy?
Yeah, I believe 40 plus years.
Wow. So
it has, yeah, a long time.
Yeah, so when you think about that, how do you answer when people say print is dead?
I like to respond with the best response is that it's actually evolving. There are certain things of print that will never change. People are, as much as I love a digital portable book, ebook as much as the next person, but book printing is nowhere near dying. It will always be here. It's evolving in the nature that print can be used to bridge the gap between print and digital. Print is proving statistically, especially with the millennials, that having a piece of mail, like a postcard, for instance, it's just a simple 4x6 double-sided card, especially if it has your name on it, showing up in your mailbox, which doesn't get as much mail as it used to. And then it can also have, a link on a QR code on the card that they scan with their phone and sends them to your website. It's a great driver to your digital, and it just has more staying power, print, and people trust it. You have to be so careful with digital media. Is it spam? Is it, are you going to get a virus? Print is so much more, people trust it more. It's a much safer medium.
Oh, makes total sense. And I'm such a believer in, I love when flyers and things like that come to my door because I'm a coupon clipper. So anything like that, I love. But anyway,
that's right.
So I know Bounty Print has been around for 40 years, so obviously print isn't dead. But Randy, for you yourself, because you've worked in the industry a long time, how do you feel the role of salespeople has changed over the last decade?
Yeah, my belief, and I think I'm with a lot of people. It's become more of a. I almost prefer the term consultant. It selling things, it has kind of a bad connotation that you're going to be pushy, that you're just going to be hounding people until they finally give up and buy what you're offering. Today, it's more listening to what people's problems are and taking the time to listen and ask the right questions, and then from that decide whether there's a potential that you can help them and go from there. And maybe there isn't, and then maybe both parties move on and they respect each other's time and go on to the next thing. There's a lot of challenges right now, especially right now with this pandemic. Now is the time, especially, to be more of a consultant and listening to people about what the problems are, and not just selling them something that you have, but coming up with a solution. And sometimes it's nothing that you offer, and sometimes it's advice or a referral to somebody that can help them.
Exactly. And the marriage of digital and print now even more important, don't you find, Randy?
Absolutely. There's going to be, unfortunately, there will be some businesses, let's not kid ourselves, that probably won't survive. Those that are fortunate that we're able to get through this and are back in business here shortly in Nova Scotia. It's already starting in New Brunswick and Ontario and other provinces. But you really need to let people know you're still here. And so digital media is going to be just plastered with people saying we're open and whatnot, as they should. And I never tell people to stop doing that. But I think to make that digital investment more effective would be to combine it with a printed piece, something that you can hand out to your clients in their takeout bags if it's a restaurant, and having it show up. And you don't have to, you can be very strategic. Direct mail has a lot of, Canada Post has a lot of data, or based on the industry you're in, you don't have to plaster all of Halifax, for instance. You can pick a certain postal code area around your business, or certain postal codes that have the clientele that are more likely to need your service. So it doesn't have to be large volumes of direct mail that you send.
Great. Well, and you brought up a really valid point that I hadn't thought of. Randy, which was you can't always trust everything that's online, but boy, when somebody takes the time to print something, that's huge, isn't it?
And in addition to that, if you think about, and I mean, not everybody, goes to their mailbox and grabs and takes everything into their home or their apartment or what have you, but if it is something that does interest them, or they think somebody in their household would be interested in it, studies have shown that people will take it and they will lay it on the kitchen island, the counter, stick it with a magnet on the fridge. It has staying power, and it doesn't get just shared with the person that picked it up. It gets shared with everybody else in the household that might come across it. And, it might be 6 months down the road when somebody, goes to the website that's on that card, for instance, or scans the QR code that takes them to a personalized video talking about the product or service. There's so many ways you can integrate it with digital.
Exactly. Well, and to again fully support buy local, brilliant idea if it is,
Right.
even if it's a franchise, but it's local in that person's community, and that is on their fridge, that's in their life.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I think you're going to see a lot of that. People are really going to be supporting everybody more so than before. So if you're a business and people in your community get a postcard or some kind of a brochure about your business and their neighborhood, even more so, they're going to be more likely to support you.
Exactly. So, and one of the things that's impressed me about your company is how quickly that even though you were affected by COVID-19, by what's happening in the world now, you certainly have just done amazing things. Do you want to share that?
Yeah, thank you. We were immediately hurt very deeply. Specifically, this time of year is when people are ramping up for festivals and spring trade shows and concerts and fundraisers, direct mail fundraisers. A lot of these nonprofits, this is the time they're preparing, and it's just gone. It's not coming back in the fall. These things are gone for 2020, and so there's nothing you could do about that. We are fortunate because of COVID, unfortunately, that it has created some business in reaction to it. We're very busy right now printing a lot of directional signage, the social distancing decals for the floors and your walls and windows. And one of the coolest things was we figured out a way to get into the production of clear acrylic face shields. We have a machine here that the purpose of it is to cut out rigid substrates into shapes for signage to hang on a building or a wall, but it can also cut clear acrylic sheet. So we were able to source enough material from a supplier, which is getting hard to find, and we're able to cut out the shapes, and then we source the foam pad and the straps, and we've got a crew here every day making thousands of shields every day. And it's large companies are buying them, long-term healthcare, but even people just for their own use to go to the store are buying them. It's pretty amazing.
Oh, I know. I got one. I love it. And it doesn't fog up when you have your glasses on underneath it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So Randy, you're new to Nova Scotia. So tell us how COVID-19 has affected you personally.
Sure. So, we made this plan to move here from Fredericton. Bounty Print is actually part of the Taylor Printing Group company now in Fredericton, which is where I was working up until this April. And so my wife and I moved here April 1st, and of course we had to quarantine for 14 days. So that was an experience. But we're very fortunate. I'm working. I'm able to work from home whenever I need to. We're healthy. Everybody in my family is healthy. You look around at some of the struggles that people are going through, that you really learn to appreciate how lucky you really are. So and let's just hope this isn't going to be over anytime soon. I think we're going to have to just accept that this is the new normal, and everybody's going to have to adapt to stay safe and keep our economy going.
You got it. So the other thing, not only have you done facial masks, you're doing a high school fundraiser. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we realized that you know, the great moment that we all remember graduating, whether it's middle school even, or high school, or university, college, those kids aren't going to have that physical celebration. So we have a special storefront on our website that is very easy. Anybody can go to and log in, and it's has some pre-designed templates. Really all you have to do is upload the photo of the graduate, a name, and some kind of a message. And then you choose which type of sign you want, how many, and then you pay for it online. It's actually very user friendly. So we're hoping that people will take advantage of that. And unfortunately, it would just be a sign stuck on somebody's lawn or attached to the fence in their front yard. But some kind of recognition is better than nothing for these students.
Oh, grandparents, yes, the whole family would love that. And so love that a company that's been around doing what you've done for 40 years has been able to help in this opportunity, because you're also making signs for, the social distancing, you're doing the face shields, but you're offering people solutions that maybe they didn't even think of. And to me, that's a company that is proactive in what they're doing. So highly recommend, if you've got any questions, Bounty Print can help you really with any aspect. In fact, Randy, I took a tour of your facility. So impressed. It would almost be easier likely to tell us what you don't do, because you do so many things.
Yes, yeah, thank you. And I forgot to mention, we're really ramping up. We're actually producing clear acrylic barriers. So if you have whether it's an office reception area and your reception desk needs a barrier to protect your reception person and obviously clients coming in, or if it's a spa or a chiropractor's office and you need barriers, we have those as well now that we're really getting busy.
Well, and the other part for small independent business people, Randy, you can do the one or two, right?
Yeah, we don't, as with the face shields, where there are a lot of people doing the face shields, and a lot of them are from mass production type facilities, which is great because we need as many of them in the world as we can possibly get our hands on. We're a much smaller player. It's not our forte, but we've had people buy one, and it's it's not a problem. And we've got lots at the moment, so we're happy to sell.
Excellent. So again, thanks so much to Randy Desjardins from Bounty Print, proud BNI member. My name's Dalene Allen, Executive Director, and we're hoping you're having a great day.